The Austin LBJ Jaguars are 3 rounds deep into the Class 5A high school football playoffs, and from the outside looking in, a 10-2 record looks like a reason to celebrate. However, LBJ High School is mourning the loss of 18-year-old offensive lineman Jermaine Dillard, who was on foot when he was hit by a car crossing U.S. Highway 183 near Manor Road. It was the night after their final regular season varsity football game that sent shockwaves into the community.
The shock factor to me was afraid. Not having him there, it wouldn't feel the same on the team because it was a void. I was disturbed, but for the most part, we turned the negative into a positive.
My brother just woke me up and he just told me that he passed. I thought it was a dream or something. I didn't believe it.
It was tragic. It was a surprise because the day before was a homecoming dance, and I didn't suspect nothing was gonna happen like that. But it really, hurt me.
Jermaine Dillard was on his way to meet his sister, who was walking home alone from work when her brother was struck by a car. The person driving the vehicle stopped and tried to render aid at the accident scene and has not been charged. As for Jermaine, he was described as a hard-working, positive person who had only been at LBJ for about a year. His nickname was Seattle because he was from the state of Washington, where his mom lived. Jermaine lived with his aunt and sister in Northeast Austin and was the man of the house.
He's one of those guys, he worked hard. Never really saw him down or anything. He was a pretty happy guy.
As the year go by, he became my utility lineman. Well, he played center, played guard, so he played different positions. So he was kind of like my ace in the hole, and somebody needed a break, boom, Jermaine was there.
LBJ head football coach and athletic director Andrew Jackson is a staple in the Austin community, having coached at Reagan, Manor, and now LBJ. He said it was like losing one of his own kids.
It changed me as a person because I tell my football players I love them a little bit more.
Raising donations for Seattle, we bonded a lot because we're out there in the cold under I-35, 183 bridge and selling water, trying to get donations for them.
The LBJ Jaguars football team raised close to $5,000 for the family of Jermaine Dillard. They wear the number 64 on the side of their helmet, and they always bring his shoes and the helmet he wore to each and every game. They've dedicated the rest of the season to their fallen teammate.
Our offensive lineman right guard, Dietrich, he wears his jersey number.
If anything, it gave us a boost. It pushed us. It gave us that extra drive to get through the finish line. We turned that into a positive, and all that negative energy, we just built off of it and ate off of it during practice, just so we could come out and win with him on our mind.
Despite the loss of a teammate, LBJ had a game to play, and it was against one of the 2 teams who had beaten the Jaguars earlier in the season, Vista Ridge. The Jags played their best game in that opening playoff round, and they did it for Jermaine Dillard.
The Vista Ridge game, our energy level was superb. There was nothing compared to it. It was already a team that we lost to. We had to play for him because if we would have failed, who knows how we would have felt about that, because we would have felt like we let him down. Everything now is for him.
I kept telling my guys, play for JD, play for Jermaine. It's for 64, let's do it for him.
I didn't have to get them up to play Vista Ridge because that's who they really wanted to play.
The second round win over Alamo Heights by a touchdown might have even been a bigger surprise, but not to the LBJ players.
I felt like he was on the field with us because Alamo Heights kicked a field goal and they called a penalty on us, saying that one of our players was offside. They missed the second one. I was like, it's kind of crazy. A kicker misses a field goal within 7 yards away twice, so I felt like he was with us both times.
Our kids are our testimony when we go off the face of this earth. So we need to do what we're supposed to do, and that's what I'm trying to do.
In this time of Thanksgiving, remember the LBJ Jaguars, who suffered the loss of a teammate but found the courage to continue marching towards a common goal, winning a state title for Jermaine Dillard. In Austin, Jeff Power, Southwest Football Friday.